What's up? Let's talk about that Joji album, Piss in the Wind. No microphone, no evil scuba dive or anything really going on, no glasses, no room. Unfortunately, today I have a very busy day running errands. I've listened to this album twice over, completely, front to back, in many different scenarios. I've listened to it in the car on a night drive, I've listened to it in my headphones in the gym, and what are my first thoughts, my first reactions? Well, let's actually go to my first thoughts and first reactions from when I finished the album the first time. What in the hell was even that, Joji? Seriously, man? Man, that was seriously just a collection of SoundCloud demos. That was seriously just like a collection of motifs. There's so many songs that could have been expounded upon. It wasn't even creative, man. What, the percussion was lo-fi? That makes it creative? Oh, I was really yearning for so much more out of that drop. I really was, unfortunately. But that's not what we got, man. Damn, okay. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I really don't know what else to say, you know? Just a bit disappointing, in all honesty. Pixelated Kisses. I mean, I was already on the fence with the Pixelated Kisses single because it just sounded so floppy, unput together. But that really kind of just sold. I mean, that whole album was yeah, just motifs on motifs. If we're being honest, man, 6 years for that. I don't know, man. I really don't think so. Like, it's really hard to think about where I'd even rank this because I mean, is it better than Nectar? That didn't feel like an album. That was 21 songs, 45 minutes. That didn't feel like an album. Like, none of Joji's albums really feel like albums. Nectar is the closest one to feeling like an album, but it's like kind of a mid-album. So what does that say? Dang, man. Like, why is the album called Piss in the Wind? What's the album is it like intentionally bad? Is that the concept? Is the concept that it's like intentionally underbaked? You know, you put the cake in the oven and you stick a toothpick in the middle and there's batter when you pull the stick out? Like, is that the concept? Like, piss in the wind, I'm releasing something unfinished, I'm fucking myself? Like, is that the concept? Because that's the only thing I can think of. And that's oh, that's so unfortunate. But so unfortunate. The last song of the album, Christian Dior, what the hell? I mean, there are highlights. Love You Less, Past Won't Leave My Bed. Those are the two highlights for me. Also, the one that just kind of explodes out of nowhere, Sigourney. No, what's it called? Sigorno, DiGiorno. Sigourney Weaver. I don't know. That one was awesome, but like, that was a really enthralling moment after you got a bunch of slow songs in a row. But man, just motif over like, it just a charcuterie board of underbaked stuff that could be so good. If you gave a guitar solo to a song like The Past Won't Leave My Bed, like, you really just kind of glam rocked it and just went all the way and added like an extra 2 minutes to it. Man, what an enthralling experience that could have been. But we're not on that type of timing. It feels like it's not. I don't think we're on that type of timing. Oh, it's really unfortunate, man. That's really unfortunate. I just don't remember a lot of moments here, man. I just don't. And maybe that's Joji's style. Maybe Joji's style is making really short, less than 2 minute songs that have a couple lo-fi ideas and just the Joji vocals. Maybe that is his style. Maybe he's found his style. I am not there for it, though. I'm not into it. If that's what Joji is about, then I don't know if I'm too enthusiastic. I thought there was going to be a consistent evolution here, but it seems like he's kind of just releasing the same song blueprint over and over again. Something way too short with like a little bit of a melodramatic thing. 808s to make it hard, I guess. I don't know. Not really stimulating in the way I want it to be. That's tough. That's unfortunate. But back to you, future scuba. Thanks, past tense scuba diver. I appreciate that analysis. Yeah, spoiler alert. Didn't really appreciate it too much. Here's the thing. I was going to do a Joji ranking as well. This video is going to be a Joji ranking, but upon me listening to his full discography, I've come to the realization that there's really no point ranking Joji albums because they're all kind of the same album, just released in different years with a little bit of a different flair to them. Songs on Ballads 1 could easily be songs on Nectar. Songs on Nectar could easily be found on Smithereens. Songs on Smithereens could easily be found on, something like Piss in the Wind. That's kind of the issue we have going on inside the Joji discography canon as of right now. Everything is homogenous. Joji has his sound. He has officially become Joji, the master of the Joji sound. But is that sound evolving? Is there any trajectory going forward? Is Piss in the Wind anything too special? I don't really think so. It's too much Vanilla Ice Cream. And this Vanilla Ice Cream I'm talking about is basically just like this blueprint of song that he's been trying to do since Slow Dancing in the Dark, where it's this like 2-minute 30 melodramatic ballad that sort of like, exaggerates the angst of maybe like being left alone at prom, or not having somebody to call, you know what I mean? Or just like being alone, romanticizing your melancholic solitude, your loneliness, right? And while Piss in the Wind does have those explosive moments like Pixelated Kisses, like Sojourn, which comes out of nowhere, which was actually a very big highlight, track 13 into track 14. But it's like 4 or 5 songs that are giving me this heavy, intense emotion of like, and a 21 song track list, 45 minutes, 21 songs, wild, you know what I mean? And that's a really interesting ratio as well, because what that does is it actually kind of kills the flow of the album. It doesn't make every song feel memorable. It feels like every song is like a little motif, a vignette. It feels like I'm listening to the TikTok audio promo sound rather than the full song. But that is the full song, and it ends, and it goes into the next thing, and the next one, right? Like the last 5 songs of this album all blend together as like one giant medley, and it's not like a Beatles Abbey Road medley where all the songs blend in a way that's very cacophonous, and it gives a journey, and we're on a different journey of melodies and stuff like that. No, it's just sort of just the same blueprint over and over and over again. And the last song, Dior, what the hell was that about, dude? I really don't understand that. Why? What's that choice? Because the song starts out slow and bad, and the drums don't hit like they should. There's like they're tribal. They're trying to hit you like some jungly shit, like some 808s and Heartbreak, Say You Will, In the Soul, like 808 hitting you, opening the crevices of your aortas in your heart to really beam you the information of like the intensity. It's supposed to be doing that. It's trying to do that, but it's not. It just sounds flat. So it just comes off really melodramatic and meek, which to an extent works for other songs in this album. Like Last of a Dying Breed has this really interesting trance beat that is very lo-fi and very meek. So it doesn't sound like a very unta unta unta. It sounds like a unta unta unta, like it's almost afraid to be punching you in the face. Like it's almost asking you permission to be hard. And that is a really interesting personality to give to like the percussion on this album. Like there's a lot of a lot of meek personality in the percussion that kind of brings it to Joji's level. So Joji doesn't have to like really like express his sad boy persona in the most valiant way. He can just make the valiant or the sounds that would be valiant, like a trance beat or something insanely hard, or like an 808. He can bring them down to his soft boy level. And that is genuinely like kind of an interesting thing about this album. The 808s don't hit like typical Atlanta, throw your do-rag off, like holy shit, we're just getting like expounded upon with bass here. They kind of hit in a way where they're more soft. You know what I mean? They really do kind of complement this meek tone that Joji's going with. Let me pull up an example with If It Only Gets Better From Here, right? So we have like this ukulele going on, right? Very cool, kind of sounds like a splice loop. I can't really picture somebody in the studio playing this and it's all, but that 808 is not exactly hitting you in your soul and like being, it's not, there's no like attack, you know what I mean? It's more sedated. It's more like it's on Zoloft or something. It's kind of bringing it down to this like other level. And the percussion is kind of just like wisping around and giving you little lo-fi notes of transience. It's not like there is some interesting production choices to make everything stripped back and stuff like that, but it's so stripped back. It's too stripped back. I just paused this song. I'm 40 seconds in. There's 28 seconds left. The song is over halfway done. Me talking about the song is longer than the experience of it. And that's not conducive to an album experience for you. That's not conducive to something I can get passionate about in like a holistic sense. I can get passionate about it and try to see it for what it is, like I'm trying to do here. Like, oh, the 808s, at least they're meek, right? But at the same time, what are we doing? Are we losing the plot? Do we not want to make the best song possible? Because there's like 5-10 different ways I would go in to make this the best song possible. Extend it out, maybe make it more of a melodramatic cut, maybe make that 808 hit harder so it contrasts and absolutely shakes your car when you're listening to it. So that way the ukulele and the 808 have a more interesting contrast. Maybe make that percussion sound a little bit more wild, like an In Rainbow song or something, like a 15-step. Like you have all this lo-fi percussion, but it's not doing much. There's no real rhythm to it. It's just kind of there to be there. And we could be so much more creative. We could be like, there's so much more you could do with sound. You know what I mean? Holy shit. I don't know if you can tell. I'm very passionate about music being good. I want music to be good because it's art. You know what I mean? There's no rules to it. The only rule is make it interesting. And when something isn't that interesting, or I don't know. And if you're a fan of this album, I can probably understand why. It's a good romanticization album. You can romanticize your environment with it for sure. You can sort of like, you know, pull the coat over yourself and like, oh, I just won't think about it. Joji's, you know, running my whatever, my headphones right now. I get that. There is that aspect of this music. Like in trying to be melodramatic, it succeeds in being dramatic and mellow. You know, great analysis, Scuba. You're just a goat at this, I guess. But I'm left wanting more. I'm left yearning for like, I want the fully actualized Joji album still. We still haven't gotten it. We haven't gotten like Joji's magnum thing. Like every album has pieces of it that could be expounded upon to like an nth degree to make it like, that's the album for this, right? Like Piss in the Wind does have these aggressive moments, but it's 20%, right? If we could nth degree that, we could put an integer on that and make it so that Piss in the Wind was the aggressive Joji album with the glam rock guitars and the beautiful emotional ballads and the insane rage trap flavor. That would instantaneously make it more interesting to listen to in the context of his discography. You know, if Nectar was like the really slow experiential soundplay one, Gimme Love, Ew, you know, all these different strings, the romantic one, that would be something to differentiate it. Smithereens could be the carefree reverby one, because that's like the notes I get from that differentiates it. But really, the whole discography is one homogeneous beast with some stuff sort of standing out. And that's kind of disappointing to me, because you could literally mix and match your own Joji album with everything he's given you over the last 8 years, and it would be a more cohesive Joji-fied experience than having to like go through each album and get through all this vanilla ice cream sludge, 1 minute song after 1 minute song of just the same melodramatic vibe. You know what I mean? Oh, it's really annoying. I'm getting passionate about this. I don't know if you couldn't tell. I'm getting passionate about this because it's like Joji has a thing. He has something going for him. He knows how to make good music. He knows what his vibe is. He knows aesthetically what he's trying to do. I just want him to like lean into it. I just want him to just like fully like really stand 10 toes down on himself. Get the best producers in the game. I would love a Joji album helmed by like Vegan, or helmed by like Quedeca, helmed by me. Oh my god, Joji, let me in the studio. I would literally drop everything. I would make you my personality for 2 months. I would tweak out over the compression ratios on every single stem. I'd make sure the milliseconds align to the tempo. I'd do literally everything I have knowledge in my power to make the most experiential experience for somebody when they listen to the Joji album, because he has it in him. He has a blonde in him. I know he does. But yeah, that's my take. What's your take? Leave in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is my opinion awesome? Am I awesome? Am I invited to the hypothetical blunt rotation? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this album, more power to you. My opinion is shit because yours is superior, because you're you. What's my opinion if you have your own? Have a good one. I'll see ya in the next Evil Scuba excursion.